white again. Back to e4, I guess. Now we get a Sicilian. Okay, I'll play the open Sicilian. Ah, he does the bishop up instead of bringing the knight out. That's unusual. So this is some kind of dragon. I think I will just go for a Moxie bind setup here. So I traded off knights so he doesn't have any tricks along this diagonal here. I'm defending my knight for the same reason. I can put my bishop here. Can push my pawn forward. I could step up with the queen. Hello, Timo. Good to see you again. I'm finally back. I was out with a cold for like 2 weeks. It was a real long one. And I still have a cough. Let's see if he wants to trade off that dark squared bishop. He doesn't. Okay. Let's see if I push this pawn and he pushes. Well, now he's got a bishop here. So take doesn't turn out so well. I'm going to leave this pawn here. Keep this d5 square restrained. Very thematic of the Moxie bind. So now I can put the bishop here and force a trade of bishops. This might turn into a bunch of nothing, but I want to take this queen without messing up. Take this bishop back without messing up my pawn structure here. Maybe I won a pawn. Did I win a pawn here? Oh, he played that way. Oh, very clever. But I still have this hanging in this. He's got to take this back. Yeah, I think I won a pawn, right? 6 to 5 rather. 4 to 4 over here and 2 to 1 over here. And I've got a bishop versus a knight. Let's see, I can bring my bishop here and threaten to take here with check. The king seems relatively safe for the moment. It's kind of stuck on the back rank. But other than that, I'm attacking the pinned pawn and attacking the queen. Okay, now we're just attacking the pinned pawn. He's got to defend it. Okay, so where do I want his knight? I'm not sure. Let's just prevent the knight from going anywhere. The knight goes back. Okay, let's round up this pawn. So anyway, my king has space now. And black resigned. Oh, yeah, I could take his knight where he put it there. Okay, I won one. Okay, what have we got here? Some kind of London system, maybe. Can put my bishop here. I'll just develop for now. But yeah, if he gives me his queen, I will take it. He's going to keep on playing. Well, the way I've been playing, I can't really blame him. Is he going to let his time run out now? No, he's going to keep playing. So let's castle. And let's see, I can stop the knight from coming closer. Let's kick the bishop back. Okay, let's open up the queen side here. Get my rooks active. Now this knight can go here, 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 here. It's not really, doesn't really have great prospects. Is he going to sacrifice? Yes, he is. I don't think that really accomplishes much, but he was in bad shape anyway. So we could go here and then here, pick up this rook. Must be a fairly new player. He knows how the pieces move, but is not careful enough about which ones can be taken. Okay, so if the knight goes here, it's a fork. I could have just taken his knight too. Well, this is forcing, right? Now I can take it. So I can trade off the knight or try to win some material here. I will try and I know. Let's get my king off. This is pinned. I hadn't noticed that. I want to push it forward. Defend that bishop. Well, now I just want to bring the queen out and check him. He resigned. Okay. Yeah, that was just not going well. Ah. Okay. Do e4, e5. And hope he doesn't play the... he did it. Hope he doesn't play the King's Gambit. Well, this time at least I'll know I'm in a King's Gambit. So the pawn moves stop the knight from coming in and attacking f7 here in conjunction with that bishop. And I prepare g5, which supports this pawn against this bishop coming out. So I think I need to start bringing the knight out. Although he can push it. He can push that pawn. Maybe I bring the bishop out first and then the knight. So I'll be able to castle in an emergency. When he pushes this e-pawn, it starts things going. Okay, what have we got? What have we got? I guess he's trying to decide if he should bring his knight in. He could play knight to d5, but I can kick it. So yeah, knight d5 doesn't, not all that helpful at the moment. And now I'll be able to castle. Yeah, if he does that, for example, I can castle. Thought he might take back with the pawn. That would be dangerous. My knight has limited squares to go to, but I think I could come forward to this square and then go here. If he had taken with the pawn. Oh yeah, and going here would attack that pawn too. So the next step is to pin that knight. He should castle. Well, I can't pin the knight at least. Yeah, let's put some pressure on his pieces. So I might be missing something, but I think this is looking good for me. But you never know in the King's Gambit. There can always be clever piece sacrifices that cause things to fall apart. Okay, we'll just keep developing. And oh, get this out. Or was castle more urgent? E4 poisoned, or was castle more urgent? Yeah, a little dangerous to take e4 back before I castled. Yeah, that's interesting. He's forcing me to put my rook opposite his king. So I want to get rid of this bishop. And then I see what his plan is. He wants to attack this pawn again, but he should really castle. Let's do this. And block this diagonal, so if his knight goes here, it's not a big deal. Now I take this pawn. He could take here with check. I mean, I take this bishop. He could take here with check. I wonder. Yeah, let's just defend the knight on that good square, so that now I decided to castle. Okay, so he's got a loose knight here. So if I go here, for example, he takes my knight. I take his knight. You know, I'm threatening a fork here, so I think he has to take my knight. Could be wrong. Okay, lets the king over. So, can I exploit the king position there? I guess he can put a rook here. I could put a knight here. Knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes. Yeah, I should have gone somewhere else. I'm going to bring a rook over here. Looks like we've got an opposite colored bishop's situation coming up here. I was just going to take that. No, we don't have opposite colored bishops anymore. And let's get rid of his rook. And I'll be able to penetrate with my queen, or threatening to penetrate with my queen here. Let's see, 4 and 3 is 7, and 4 and 2 is 6. Yeah, so I just have that original gambit pawn. I have got it. Okay, just play an endgame. Let's centralize the king here. I have a majority on this side, so I will try and win with that. Okay, push this king back. Blockade this one pawn. Keeps his king tied up, and then I can push these through. Aha, now that's pretty clever. Let's see, if I take en passant and he takes back, I'll be left with these isolated pawns. I could go here and I'll have a protected pass pawn if he doesn't take or pushes. If he takes, I go here, he takes, I could push. King comes here. Looks like easy-ish one. Still some calculating to do. So now I've got a passed pawn here. I could just push it. He has to go back, and then I take here. He takes the pawn, and then I go here. Yeah, that's probably winning. Okay. He's gonna be annoying. How annoying. I think I have to give up my queen for this pawn and just win with these pawns. Okay, he gave up. Yeah, that was an interesting game. So let's see, on the analysis board, when, let's go back to the beginning. It was near the beginning when he left his e-pawn hanging. Or maybe it was the d-pawn. No, it was about the time I castled, huh? Was castling more urgent? Yeah, I could have just taken this pawn here. It was the d-pawn. Let's see what the computer thinks. I don't really know. I don't really know. Computer says that's about even. Let's go back. -3. Yeah, castling is good for black, and is a better move than taking the pawn. So if you take, he can play here with the check. Yeah, that's why castling is important. You want to defend this pawn. Okay, let's get a new game. Ah, Caro-Kann. So I've been playing kind of a dumb system against the Caro-Kann, where I don't try anything. I don't try to do anything. This is not recommended, but on the other hand, it's solid, so. It's similar to the short system, I guess. But I just set up these solid pawns here. And drop this bishop back, I guess, so I can bring my knight out without leaving this hanging. That's important. Don't leave it hanging. And he can do a minority attack if he wants to. So I decided to take it. Leaves my queen in an awkward spot, but that's okay. He doesn't have a rook there to take advantage of it. So we are all here. So queen here, knight here, checkmate. We could try it. Yeah, he stops that. So probably knight here is the thing. If he takes it, I'll take back with the rook. I didn't take. Okay, so let's put the pawn up here. I could push this pawn forward. He's probably going to double his rooks here, huh? Let's prepare for doubling. Also, I might bring the rook to f1 and support this pawn push too. Okay, so let's think about this. I go here, he takes. I take back, if I had a rook there. And then this would be hanging, huh? Could take here first, and then push. I don't know, my play comes from pushing this f-pawn, but it opens up the e-file for him, so I don't know if it's really any good. I take, queen takes, and then I push. He takes, I take, he takes. What? I push. He takes. I'll say I take the knight and the queen takes. Then I push and he takes. And I take here and he takes. Then I take here. He has a weak pawn here. I suppose he could push, but if he pushes, I'll just take it. In Japan, a 13-year-old girl won a title match. Yeah, gotta watch out. Tough competition. So I got some pressure here and maybe a threat to go to the back rank, although his queen is covering it. And then this pawn here. So I think I have a better structure than my opponent, but it's not much. Not much. Could step my queen back and threaten a check here. But it's black's turn. Let's see what black does. And goes there. So, take. He could take with the pawn. He could force an exchange if he wants one. He does. Okay. He wants the exchange. Shall we attack this pawn? So he can take here. I can take here. Let's see. I take, he takes. If I move this pawn, then he will do something, huh? Okay, so I'll go here first. Because this pawn isn't going anywhere. And if he attacks this pawn, I can defend it here with an active rook. And then I'll start wandering around with my king. I can force his king back, which is interesting. And then I can advance this pawn. And he can't attack it and still keep the pressure on this guy. Anyway, yeah, he really wanted to trade down. He decides to take that. Okay, so if I take this pawn, then he will take this pawn, which I don't want him to do. So I'll go this way. I could attack the rook, I suppose. He could play here, huh? That's his plan. So my idea is if I take here and he takes here, I go after this one. He goes after this one. I take, he takes with check. It's a little annoying to have this pawn here. So let's get rid of this pawn first. Okay, so now I take, he takes, I go here, he goes here, I take, he takes with check. I step back. I could just walk over here and threaten his rook, huh? He's just helping me out here. Oh, he wants to trade, huh? Probably not. Probably doesn't want to trade. Standoff. So if I take his rook, he takes with the pawn, and I take this pawn. I've got like a straight shot. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that wins, but just barely. Let's get a queen. Let's stop the pawn. Yeah, so he paused for a moment to move his king over when he saw my pawns advancing. He freaked out. If we go to the analysis board, I think that endgame might have been first, let's ask the computer if I should have taken. Okay, gave that as a valid move. Okay. And then I should have moved this pawn down. That's what I should have done. So you step the king over here, and it's just 3 steps away from queening. And Oh, you can check here even and take the pawn. Okay, so that works. So the way I played it, though, you take here, he takes, and then I took that pawn because I was thinking of queening. This is still winning. This is still winning. He pushes, I push. Oops, back up. What happened? Okay, take, push, push, push. So, right. So he should have kept pushing. Push, 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 and push. And yeah, I still win, but he gets a queen, so he has some fight here. And then what? Check. And get a second queen. So it's a complicated game that continues to go on, but winning for white if played correctly. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, 11:30. We got time for a few more games. Let's go.